今までそのヨーロッパ、日本以外にもさまざまなところで、そのセッションをされたというふうに伺ってきたんですけれども、その中には、聖地なんかでのセッションもされたり、インドではコンクリートの上でセッションをしたりしたこともあったというふうに伺ったんですが、実際に、その土地がどのようにセッションに影響を与えるのか、今まで世界中のどんなところでセッションをしてきたのかなどについてもちょっと伺っていきたいと思います。So next question would be, I heard that you have done session in many places all over the world, including some sacred places on the concrete. So could you let me know of several places as an example, and also what would be the effect of the location that brings more healing also?
Okay, well I did some special seminars with people from California. They went to India, and they worked in an ashram which is way back in the hills. It's called Haryakan. And the teacher there was named Babaji, and he was one of the sources of the technique called rebirthing. And so I got to work there, and it was kind of interesting. I worked on the banks of the Ganges, next to the river, or sometimes I'd work in the ashram. But India is kind of a hard place to work. There's a lot of flies, so people would be laid on the floor with a sari over their whole body. Otherwise, the flies would drive you crazy. But there are other places I've worked. I've also gone with groups to sacred sites in England. For example, I've been to Stonehenge, and also to a stone circle called Avebury. And one of the years I went there was a crop circle that it appeared in a neighboring field in Avebury. And so we brought a group of people from Austria and Germany, and we brought them into the center of this crop circle, and I did a round of sessions there, laying in the corn. It's actually grain, and it was amazing for me because I think the effect of that sacred energy brought a lot quicker response, and I was done in like 15 minutes instead of 2 hours, and everybody was in a really altered state. I've also worked in other places like Sedona, Arizona, which is also another sacred site that's very popular. Many call them vortexes, where energy of the earth is concentrated. I think there's also many other sites where I've worked, even in Italy. I used to work in a school there in Italy, and in the school, it was just a room that was open, and I would set my tables up, and there was always this part of the room where people would always react more than somewhere else. It was really interesting. These two tables were the breakthrough tables, and it didn't matter who went on these tables. Someone brand new or someone who I'd never think react would totally react and cry and have a great cathartic experience. So I work with the energy systems of the body. So if the energy systems of the body are more clear, they're more sensitive to the earth energies. And having a place that already has a higher frequency or a higher increased amount of energy, we can use this heightened sensitivity of the body and work in a higher level and create faster and deeper experiences. I enjoy traveling to these places, and I know many places where we can use this opportunity of the sympathetic vibrations of the earth, along with the openings and awakenings that happen with my work. So I'm excited to invite people to these types of events and working in groups also. I always work in groups almost, and there's a certain energy that happens when I work in groups. It's sympathetic vibration of the people. So I often find that people show up at the same time with the same frequencies. So that allows me and them also a quicker and deeper clearing possibility, and it also realize that you're not alone in your conflicts. Many people will come with the same energetic problems, and can be their problems can be released in group, and it's much more effective than just being by yourself. One other place that I really love is Maui in the Hawaiian Islands, and it has a very special nurturing energy and a very pleasant climate, and that's really my dream to bring people to Maui and to help them heal energetically, emotionally, spiritually, and also to have the opportunities to share a beautiful environment and a place that supports their healing. And my long-term goal is to have a center there where people can come learn my work and then also receive or make their own personal retreats and vacations. So I think you want to ask me about what I do. I teach and I do sessions. So I should ask me a question and I can answer. Yeah.
What kind of
What do you do? I mean, what does it look like? And,
what is Somatic?
Yeah, what do I? Yeah.
Okay.